Welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh, and I'm here for a new artist, a new reaction. This is my first time hearing Nightwish, the song Ghost Love Score. So several of you out there over the course of time, even I think from the very beginning when I first started my channel, have been recommending that I react to this artist. And it's a little bit of a metal type group from what I understand. And some of you might be thinking, oh, what's this guy going to think? You know, he's this classically trained vocalist and all that. But what you need to realize about me is, like, I love rock. I love rock and roll. In fact, I was just driving my son around, my 15-year-old son, the other day. And what did I turn on for my playlist? I turned on classic rock. So there was a little bit of AC/DC and, Aerosmith, things like that. I used to listen to some of the Scorpions, some of those guys. So I do love rock and roll. I'm not into like heavy metal, so I don't really get into like Metallica, Black Sabbath, some of those that are a little bit harder. But I do love rock, hard rock, I guess is what you call it, classic rock. So I'm excited to see this. It sounds like the lead singer. I'm not positive on her pronunciation, but I believe it's Fleur Jansen. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Sounds like she's pretty amazing vocalist. One of you commented on her in one of my Sohyang reactions in the comments section for that she was a really gifted vocalist. So I'm excited to hear her sing and to hear this production. I do have the lyrics up here to read. So let's get right to those. It says, we used to swim the same moonlight waters, oceans away from the wakeful day. My fall will be for you. My fall will be for you. My love will be in you. If you be the one to cut me, I'll bleed forever. Wow. Scent of the sea before waking afterwards brings me to thee. Into the blue memory, my fall will be for you. Into the blue memory, a siren from the deep came to me, sang my name, my longing. Still I write my songs about that dream of mine. Worth everything I may ever be, the child will be born again. That siren carried him to me. First of them, true lovers, singing on the shoulders of an angel. Without care for love and loss, bring me home or leave me be. My love in the dark heart of the night, I have lost the path before me. The one behind will lead me, take me, cure me, kill me, bring me home every. Wow, okay. Worth everything I may ever be, shall be born again. Fall will be for you. So it's almost like the title tells me with this Ghost Love Score that it's talking about maybe someone that's passed on. And maybe the blueness, maybe there's some symbolism there. Maybe it's like the sea seems to come up a lot in this. Scent of the sea, blue memory. So there's something to do with the water, with the ocean maybe. Siren. Maybe siren of a boat maybe or something. I don't know. So, interesting. So let's get right to it here. If for those that are new to my channel, that are coming for the first time, if you like what you see here and you like my reaction, if you could please click on subscribe, click on the notifications so you can hear about any new Nightwish reactions or any others you may be interested in, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Nightwish Ghost Love Score. And this is from their 2012 concert. It's live from their one of their 2012 concerts. So. Oh wow. Nice. Buenos Aires. That's awesome. This is cool. It's quite the drum solo. Wow. I love electric guitar. Some wild fan. It's awesome. Here she comes. Wow. I have to say, just so far, I mean, and I don't know if she's classically trained. Some of these rock stars are. So, for those of you that are a little older like me, you might recognize the artist Pat Benatar. So she was classically trained. I don't know if she sang opera or what she did, but she had some of those roots. So a lot of these, sometimes, I think the singer for Queensryche as well was classically trained and had like a 3 or 4 octave range. So a lot of these like rock stars have some of that background. What I can tell you from watching her sing so far, she has very open tonation. She's very open with her delivery. And what that tells me is that it doesn't necessarily mean she's classically trained, but that is something that you learn as part of your classical training, is how to open things up. And I talk about in some of my other reactions about this inside smile. And so we'll kind of watch to see if she has some of these things. But it really kind of, what it does when you have that, with your cheeks kind of go up like that, it lifts your soft palate in the back and allows the sound to come through with a lot more resonance and power. And so I'll kind of keep an eye on that with her. But it looks just so far like she's got a really open sound, which gives it a lot more power and resonance. And she's got a nice vibrato as well. But she's probably kind of like Pat did, applying a little more air to it and kind of lifting the larynx a little bit so that it doesn't, the vibrato is not as deep or rich coming through. That's just one of the things you learn as far as singing a little bit more in a kind of a rock or a pop style. So let me go back just a little bit here. Look at these fans. Yeah, see, she's... got a great tone. Okay. It almost, the vocal she's giving right here, you could almost kind of take away all of the what's happening in the background as far as like the guitar and the drums and everything. So imagine she's doing what she's doing a cappella without any of that, and how haunting that would be, and just like kind of this a cappella solo. But that's the power of her vocal, is it could stand on its own. So some artists that you watch, they really rely on the band a lot to kind of, help with the performance. But you get the sense with her voice and what she has, that she could stand on her own and blow the audience away. No instruments, a cappella, just nail it, and with power, and it would be incredible. So I'm already super impressed with her as an artist, and you can tell just from the way she's forming the vowels and the sound coming through that she's really got a good handle on creating that rich sound that you hear coming out there. Just like the E's and things like that, when you hear them form the E's, and it's more like E, where it's kind of up like that, and open enough to create that pleasant, warm sound. Those are some of the things she's doing that tell me she really has a grasp on her voice. So I'm excited to hear what she does here. Let's see. She's got a good range. Hear that resonance? Yeah.
A siren from the deep came to me, sang my name, I love it. Still I write my song.
You can hear the audience singing along. That's awesome.
About that dream of mine, worth everything I may ever be. The child will be born again. That siren carried him to me. First of them true loves, sitting on the shoulders of an angel without care for love alone.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I assume this is not over because we've got like 6 minutes left in this video. While it's at a good spot here. Yeah, this is cool. This is a neat number. And I love that they're all very talented and very together. You can tell they rehearse a lot together to get that cohesive sound. Just like when the guitarist is doing the solo, and you hear the bass kind of playing along, and they're completely in sync as they're going through. And those are the types of little things that you might take for granted, but it's part of what makes a good band, is when they all are completely in sync, and you can tell they've practiced a lot together, and they're trying to bring the passion to the song. I mean, I've talked a lot about that with some of the artists that I've reacted to, where part of what I love to see is where the audience is really engaged, and the performers and the audience are just really having this experience together and learning about something through a story, through a message, right? And you get the sense of that here as well, with kind of the way things are playing out in the instruments when they come in, and when the vocalists do different things. All of that is part of the story. It's like words on a page for the chapter of a book or for a short story or whatever you want to look at it. So that's really, you can see that happening here. These people are into it. And they're like, don't be over. They're caught. Are they going to make some big entrance here? Is that what's going on? Oh, waters, yeah. That's awesome. It almost kind of reminds me like Bohemian Rhapsody has kind of a lot of different textures to it, right? It's got like this rock element and this opera element, and kind of this kind of reminds me of that a little bit as far as the sound they were making just now with the keyboard is more kind of like this almost orchestral type sound with the keyboard, as opposed to like this kind of synthesized or rock type sound. So it almost seems like they're trying to add like these other textures to it, similar to that. That's really cool. And they've got a lot of cool like percussive instruments there too. Wow, what was that? She's adding in this vocal fry, this kind of growling type thing. Drummer's getting a workout. See, look at that. Yeah. They are working that crowd. It's awesome. Stuff like that is hard. So when she's doing a vocal pulse like that, and then the instruments are also doing it with her, that's not easy. Coming from the standpoint of a performer, of been there and trying to create something like that. It's really, you got to have your timing exact when you're doing that. Otherwise, you get kind of this, you know, where you're like not together. It doesn't sound right. But from what I could tell, they were right on. And then we'll. Wow. Wow, here she goes. Wow. See how open. She's got good breath control. Wow. Wow. Okay, while she's shaking her head like that, I got to go back real quick and hear that little phrase she did there, because she went for it. Yeah. Okay. So like wow. That's cool. Oh, the whammy bar, nice. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, they're good. It almost kind of reminds me of Heart a little bit, right? That band from the 80s and 90s. Her sound kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but I mean, I think she seems to have a better gift than that lead singer. I can't remember the lead singer's name, but and I suspect that she can go higher than she did, and that, you know, she's got a lot more that she can do. So I'm excited to kind of hear more Nightwish and see Fleur. Is that how you pronounce her name? To see what more she can do. But and I saw that when I was looking through YouTube that she had a Phantom of the Opera performance, and so I would love to see how she sounds with that. I suspect that she really comes through and has like a solid, classical vocal performance of that, or Broadway or something like that, right? Where her style comes through differently. So, but also if you could put any of your recommendations down in the comments as to other Nightwish songs or Flora songs that you would recommend for me to react to, I would appreciate that. And I'll cut this short. If you haven't already, if you could please click on subscribe, click on the notifications, and if you like the reaction, if you could please click like. I hope all of you are doing well, and take care.